Hiya, welcome to my video of cargo points. So I'm going to be going through the locations of all the cargo kind of pickups in gone completely blank, Afghanistan. So the kind of thing here is you have to go up to these orange signs here on the right, and there'll be a invoice. So if you just hold down interact on that, you'll pick it up. And once you pick it up, it will get added to your map delivery point, and then at that point you'll be able to sit on the box, hold down the travel key, and you'll be able to travel to any other location you found. So that is the long and short of it. You have to find the places first, and I'm just going to go through and briefly over as an overall, and I'll go to each one so you can kind of see where it is in the through Snake's Eyes. So Afghan Central Base Camp is just on the top right. The key thing to note when you're looking for these, they are always on the main road. So if you think if you were going to drive in, or more importantly when you think of the cargo vans that drive through, the NPCs that drive them, they always drive past the delivery point as far as I can tell. So if you can't find them, just find the main road and just follow it around, and it should lead you to where you need to go. They're also generally on the edge of the location. They're not like smack bang in the center. They're usually on the edge. So yeah, so that's where the Afghan Central Base Camp is, and shame there's no coordinates. And there's not one in OKB0 as far as I know. It's certainly not required for the achievement. If there is, it would be nice to have one because it's such a pain to get up there. So the power plant is just as you kind of drive in at the front. You can see there the that ruins does not have one. That's where you captured, well, I won't say, spoiler alert, but yeah, that does not have one as it's not an enemy base camp. The supply outpost is quite far in. This one's right next to the building. It's next to the side path as you go in, like the general kind of secret way to go in by the side where all the cargo containers are if you're going to go in and around the back. It's just there. So let's see, where were we? These side barracks. This one's quite far in the middle. It's, it goes up the big hill. It's got the big like cast iron fencing across the side of it. So this one's just on the main road, quite far in the middle. This is probably one of the, if you just want to avoid everybody, this one's kind of difficult. But it's not, it's not a particularly tough base, so it shouldn't be too bad. Then down here we've got the palace. This one is right in front of the palace on the side. Again, if you follow the main road, it's kind of obvious. It's not a particularly big area where it could be in just that window. So it's there at the front of the building. Then we've got, I'm going to try and keep some sort of order here, work my way down. This place, I'm not going to try and pronounce that. The Guardi car. Da Guardi car. I terribly apologise. I can't quite remember where that was. Oh, is this the mountain village? Yeah, I think it is. In which case, yeah, it's right at the edge. So people kind of sit on turrets along this road, along the side, AA turrets. This is right at the very end of it. So then we've got, do this one? I think I did this one. Can't remember what base this is at all. But there it is on the map, and there it is. It's right on the edge, almost next to another little base. Just wash it off for that one. I think I know which one that is. Then let's work our way down. This one here is smack bang in the middle. This is the outside kind of temple where you go in looking for in mission 5, I think it is, the honeybee. That's this one. It's right far in the middle, and it doesn't follow, like, there's no road, no clear road on the map. So that one is especially useful to note there. Again though, because it's quite flat there, it does stand out. It's pretty obvious to see if you're kind of on an overlook. Then we've got mountain base relay, which is where I'm at now, and this is at the beginning side, what I would call the beginning of the mountain base. So as you come up the kind of the big hill, it's the first thing you see on the corner, and I'll show you that one when we're done with all the coordinates for these. Then down here at the Eastern Communications Relay, what's Eastern? Oh yeah, that, yes. It's just as you kind of come in from the south. There it is. I should say there. This place. Let's show you the map name again. And again, it's kind of as you go in, kind of just as expected on the road. Down here. I can't remember what some of these places are now, especially that one. It's got unusual graphics. But anyway, it's on the main road as you go in, wherever it may be. Zoom out so you can kind of see where we're looking. Smug Bay Keep does not have one because, again, it's not a base. It's where you begin the game. It's kind of the broken area, but there's nothing there apart from a rough diamond up the crack and the palace. I did that one, didn't I? So I think that was all of them to cover. I'm just going to kind of pan across them a little bit, so in case I missed any, you should be able to pause and see roughly where they are. So on the map, so ignore the blue circles, they're my side ops, ignore Smug Bay Keep, and ignore. So the ones that don't have it, it's kind of almost easier, is just remember that OKB0 does not, the South of Ruins does not, Smug Bay Keep does not, and over... oh, that's it, yeah, they all have it. And I did show you that one, yeah. Okay, so I'll try and kind of briefly go through each one so you can kind of see it in real life. If that's all you needed, thanks for watching. Otherwise, if you need to watch a bit more, I'm just going to kind of travel to each one. So this bit will be a little bit long. But as you can see, this is where we walk in, and this is at the... I've forgotten the name already. It's... you know where I am. You saw it already. But yeah, it's before you get to the main big metal bridge. So that should hopefully help. And then we'll try and travel in some sort of order. I have no idea what sort of order. We'll do this one. The good thing is once you arrive, you're not immediately caught. Since you're in your box. As long as you don't move, you can kind of sit wherever you want. It's a little bit... if you're trying to do like total stealth and you don't want to ever be seen, you just don't like being seen, it's a little tricky to arrive in the box because it does stick you in the middle of bases sometimes. So like that, when you've got guards right there. So this is the fort, if you remember this place. And you can see it's smack bang in the middle. This one has a road in real life, as you can see, but does not in the map. So hopefully you can get your bearings there. If I run, I'll set the alerts off and then you won't be able to use the box. So I'm just going to travel again.
Please select
so we've done Mountain Relay, we've done that one. Let's go up to this one. And I will open it up on the map again in case you missed that a little bit quick. Okay, this is the village, and I'll show you again. So this one is quite far out of the village. If we just have a little look around, this is the mountain village. So this one, it was the harder one to find because it's not kind of in the main village. I was expecting it to be further up the road than this. So if you can kind of see where I am now, again, not going to move because of the guards. If you've never moved when you're in a box and a guard sees you, it's quite amusing though. They have a lot of conversations with headquarters. I try it. Just kind of move a little bit and then stop, and the guard will give some pretty funny commentary. So that's where the mountain village one is. Let's move across to this one. I definitely can't pronounce. And by the way, if this video did help you, please leave a like. It's always nice to see. Okay, so going to bring it up on the map again. Here it is in the grand scheme of things. And up close, it's right on the northern edge of the village. So we've a quick look around as to where the village is. There it is. So again, this one is not one you necessarily stumble upon if you approach from the other side. So just to be aware of, it's at the far. And yep, there you go. Don't want to spend too long on each one. Eastern Communication Post. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. There's definitely a few missions there. Okay. So, this one. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Eastern communication post. Yeah. This is quite a small little village. Just one you can kind of come up from the crack at the side and you get the overlook on the village. If you didn't know that, great little way to approach the village. Really good little tip. If you don't see cracks on your map, it's because your intel team is not high enough. Mine is about level 47 or something. I think I started getting these around intel team level 35 to 40, something around that number. Very handy when that shows up because I'd almost never found any in the game. So it's at the very edge of the village as you approach from the south. I'm going to zoom out so you can see where we are. Just look around. I think you can see much from this vantage point. You can't. There's the main area. The above area approaches above there, where the corner of the box is, right corner. And that's this area, East Communication Outpost.
Select a delivery point.
We have done that one. So let's go to the I think this is the village. Okay, yeah, this is indeed the village. So you remember this one from menu missions, kind of crossing through it. So just to show you where it is, it's kind of not in the middle, but kind of quite far in, and it's on the main road as always. Have a quick look around. There's the edge of the village. There's a car that's nearly always parked there. If that helps you to find it, I've generally found that car always there. And there's kind of the main building which you approach for a lot of side missions. So if you think where that is, just come down the main road a little bit, and here you are. I'm going to get picked up if I'm not careful. He won't really do that.
Please select a delivery point.
Well, you never know, you might. Never tried. Okay, to the Waxheim barracks. I'm sorry I'm not doing a video where I actually run to this area, but that would be horrendously long to make since I'd have to clear every village in the entire game. So this is the barracks. So if I zoom out and show you and then zoom in, this is quite far in the middle. If I look up the hill, you should be able to see this is kind of where the inner base is. If you think you can kind of see the corrugated cut metal up there. So you generally are coming in from that side, in my experience, and you go along and then zigzag back up the path up there. So just grab this on the way. You may have gotten this one as one of your first ones in the game because you have to come here quite early for like mission 3 and over the fence. And yes, there you go. So that's where it is. Oh, cargo containers I should extract, but not this time. That's where that one is. So, the supply outpost. This one, because the supply outpost is quite heavily defended, you do have to look for, especially since I always approach this place at night, just to have it. I've kind of got a technique for going in, which works pretty flawlessly. But yeah, this one, if you try and move away from this one, you often get seen. So I'm just going to show you on the map. It's right next to the bridge as a really easy way to find it. So if you think there's the front door of the building, and here's the bridge. So I'll zoom out and show you. There's the big bridge as you cross over. You generally come in from that way though, where the box is facing. You'll do this mission on C2W, is it? It's the one you destroy all the convoy. You generally cross through this village when you're destroying all the vehicles. Not necessarily, and you're kind of in a rush on that mission, but you can see where we are. There's the big fortress, there's the main entrance in front of me, and there's kind of the side entrance there. So let's get out of here.
Please select a delivery point.
Once you know where it is, it's quite easy to find. Okay, and the palace. This was one of my last ones to find, just because you only go to the palace for 1 or 2 missions. Well, as yet, I haven't completed the game fully, so don't take that as a spoiler because I haven't completed it, so I can't say for sure anyway. But here you are. If you look, you kind of approach from the desert area over here quite often. Well, actually, all this is desert. Sorry, you approach from this side. This is desert here. And you approach, and it's on the U, and it's down the bottom of the U. So here's the fortress here. I didn't even come over to this side because that bit over there is more heavily defended, so I generally go over to those metal buildings. So just to know, it's on the other side of the house, not the metal buildings you normally go to. And yeah, there's that. There's the desert you would be approaching from.
Please select a
Okay, let's
delivery
move
point.
down to Shago Village. We're getting close. Got to do all this again for Africa. I haven't quite finished the Africa one, so if you're waiting for that one, it'll be coming soon. Ah, this is the one with all the yeah, the farming area. So I'll show you on the map again. This is down the bottom left corner of the map if you've got north facing on, and if I just zoom in again, it's right over here. Sorry. And yeah, this one again, you don't stumble across because you beeline for the building over there.
Development
We are over on this side. In my head, that makes sense, but hopefully you can see where we are. So when you hear generally some prisoners,
complete.
I can't really show you, but you generally go into that building over there, and if you come outwards towards, is there a barn over here? No, there isn't. That's the closest barn, so let's show you again on the map. And yeah, that should be easy enough to find when you know.
Please select a
And do I have any
delivery point.
more? Done that one, done the palace, done the outpost. Oh, the power and the base camp. 2 to go. The power one is super easy because you barely have to enter. I think you at most have to down 1 guy to get to this one. Even then, you don't really have to. You could easily sneak to this. The only pain with this one is it's completely out of the way. So if you don't grab it on the main mission, you've got a very long drive to get here. So just to show you on the map, it's as you arrive. So you go to here for a golden side op. If you remember that one, I'm not going to say what it is. There's the gate which triggers the side op, and this is where you approach from. And it's, you kind of got, well, I had that weird controller spasm thing. So yep, so let's have a quick look around, and there's basically, so when you see all the electric stuff, there's the way you arrive. It's on the opposite side to all the electric pylons. So this is also like a big substation, and we are right next to this big pylon here if you're approaching, and the kind of mission gate is in front of us from here.
Please
So that one's pretty easy, it's just a pain to actually get to in the first place. This takes a lot of driving / horse riding / running. I drove all the way here, then realised I've forgotten the one at the base of the mountain. So make sure you get that, because there's no helicopter drop anywhere near this one. Unless you want to go in hot. But even then, that doesn't always work. Okay, so the central base camp is kind of, this is maybe a little bit more of a harder one because it's got a lot of roads, but it follows the outer U, not the inner one. If you can see the 3 big hangars here. I'm sorry. It's quite far away from that one, and it's going to be very difficult to show you in a dust storm, especially as this is one of the harder ones to find. This is very... And I don't want to get out of the box to get caught. So, I think anyway, that covers all of them. So if you have any questions or problems, let me know. If you can't find any, I'd recommend going back to the beginning of the video where I just kind of go through the overall map. It's enough there that you can probably pull out any you need to once you just mark it on your map based on mine. You should be able to find it no problem. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm sorry this one's a bit smoky, but you can see it on the map where it is, and it's pretty easy once you know that. I won't make you sit here and wait for 5 minutes for the storm to clear. So thanks for watching, hope this was helpful, and a Africa video will be coming